Hi, it's Andy, and today I have an unboxing for you. Yes, I have finally received my Bergman Brothers books from Illumicrate. They are in this box here, and I'm going to have to ask you to forgive me for the sound of my voice. I thought it was just it might still be. I went to see Nickelback a couple of nights ago. It is currently Sunday. I went to see Nickelback on Thursday, and I don't think my throat has recovered, but I also now appear to have some kind of cold. So I'm all congested and my voice is gone, my ears are sore, I've got like a head cold. Like I feel fine, like I feel well, but my throat and my ears and my sinuses and everything are all like stuffed up. So this is my voice. We're just going to have to deal with it. Feel free to have a giggle at me. Yeah, so I got my Bergman Brothers books from Illumicrate, and I've been so looking forward to getting these that I'm not putting off unboxing this to like wait for my voice to go back to normal. I need to see these books and I wanted to open them on here, so you're just gonna have to deal with my voice being like this. Okay, I have the box. I have scissors. Don't worry, Tori, I'm not planning on cutting my hair. I'm just gonna very carefully open up the box. If you don't know already, the Bergman Brothers series is a series about the Bergman family. So it's not just brothers, there are 7 siblings, so 7 books. There are 5 brothers and 2 sisters, and when it gets to the sisters' books, it says Bergman Brothers series, and then it crosses out the brothers bit and puts sisters underneath it, so it's quite cool. Each book follows one of the siblings. I've been reading them over the past 2 months. If you've watched any of my vlogs, you know I'm obsessed with these books. Chloe Lisa's done a fantastic job putting disability into these books. Like, she has so many disabled characters in these books and so many varied disabilities. There's a lot of autism rep in this. Chloe Lisa herself is autistic, and I think it's most likely that Chloe Lisa's added so much autistic rep into this because she knows autism very well, given the fact that she is autistic herself, and so it's a lot easier to write what you know. But she has had help from people who have the other disabilities to make sure she's getting the rep as accurate as possible. Of course, people with disabilities are not a monolith. People even with the same disability are not a monolith. One person with, say, for example, I have EDS. One person with EDS is not going to be the same as someone else with EDS. They're not going to have the same experience. And so this is just a representation of one person's journey with a disability per character sort of thing. But she published the first couple of novels pre-2021, and the rep for example, one of the main characters in the first book is deaf. She didn't get the deaf rep right. She didn't do it by talking to people who were deaf. She did it off her own back through research that she did herself and didn't get it right. And what she did is she took on the criticism, not like harsh criticism, like people came to her from the deaf community and said, hey, you've not gotten this right. This is actually quite inaccurate. And what she did is she took that on and she went, right, okay, I'd like to get this to be more accurate. I would like to do a good job of representing your community, the deaf community. And so she took that on, asked some people from the deaf community if they would like to help her to do this with compensation of some kind. I don't know the full details, but she says so on her website, on her Instagram, on the author's note in the books, that she asked them to come on board and work with her to do this, and work through the books to make sure that the rep is as accurate as can be. And so she does this with every new disability that she has, within every new disability, mental health issue, anything like that, where there is representation that she is not, or even where she does have an idea about it, she still asks people to come on board and help her with that rep to make sure that she is getting it as accurate as possible. And I have so much respect for her and for doing that, and I also think that makes the books, it just gives it that much more, not legitimacy, not like, but yeah, it just gives it that much more like fleshing out. It just makes it that much more lifelike and real, and there's a word, I can't think of it as per. But anyway, into the unboxing. I'll try and like clip out bits that are going to be loud from the rustling. I also have Hamish next to me, so he doesn't like rustly things, so I may have to give him some treats. He wants to sniff the paper. The first thing we have, I'm fine. The first thing we have, I'm not going to show you because it's a spoiler. I'm telling you, I love these books. It is a letter from the author. I'm fine. It's a letter from the author. And there's also character art on the other side. I'm not going to show you the character art because this character art is set very much, maybe even at least a couple of years after the last book ends. Sorry, I'm really attached to these characters. Oh, stop it. Sorry, I'm really attached to every single one of these books has made me cry. So yeah, there's I'm not going to show you this character art. Yeah, we have, it's basically a family portrait. With each of the siblings and their partners. And oh my god, it's just the whole family. Okay, right. I'm fine. I've just had a moment. It's fine. I've taken them out of the bubble wrap. No, I've not taken them out of the bubble wrap. They're still in the bubble wrap. I've taken them out of the box because the bubble wrap was squeaking as I was moving it, and I don't like the squeaky bubble wrap sound, and neither does Hamish. So I've taken them out of the box, and they're just sitting. They're just here. So I've put them in order. I can see, like you can see. So I've put them in order. So I'm going to open them with you in order. I've been looking forward to these books for so long. So I'm just going to open them in order. So this is Only Mint Sauce. Here we go. So, oh, this is shiny. So Only Mint Sauce follows Ryder, who's the Bergman brother, and Willa. Is Willa, isn't it? Sarah, yeah, Willa. Who is a D1 athlete who plays football, soccer. And Ryder is... I'm fine. I am fine. It's fine. Ryder is deaf, and you can see his hearing aid. I'm fine. It's the fact that you don't, like, I'm telling you, you don't get disabled rep like you do with Chloe Leese, and that's really, like, she gets me with it. Like, the way she does disabled rep just really, really gets me. Like, how often do you see... That's one thing I said about Fangirl Down. Like, in Fangirl Down, the main character is type 1 diabetic, and she uses one of the, I don't think it's called a Dexcom, one of the little things on her arm that monitors her glucose, and I don't know if I can't remember if she uses an insulin pump or not. I think she does use an insulin pump. I can't remember, but the insulin pumps usually sit somewhere else. But in Fangirl Down, let me see. In Fangirl Down, you can see her arms, and there's no pump, no Dexcom. No, I keep calling it a Dexcom. I don't even know if that's what it's called. There's no monitor, no glucose monitor, which would be a tiny detail, but would mean so much. Like, can you imagine how much it would mean to somebody who's deaf and uses hearing aids to see? Like, you might not get it if you're not disabled or don't quite get the whole disabled thing, but like, to see a main character, and especially a man who has visible hearing aids on the cover of a romance novel. That's a big deal, and this is why I love Chloe Lease. But yeah, look his little face, look his little lumberjack face. He has a much bigger beard at the start of the book, by the way. This is after his roommates trick him into doing it. So yeah, we've got our curly-haired girl. Our hair plays a part in it as well. This is the first one, so this is the... I forgot this was an unboxing. So yeah, this is... Oh, it's going to spell it Bergman. And then we've got the edges. This will show the edges all along will show the A-frame. The Bergman family have an A-frame in Washington, even though they live in LA. It's a beautiful artwork. By the way, I love the person that does the artwork for them. They did the Percy Jackson one as well. I think is it Chatty Nora? I can't remember. Author photo, jacket illustration, Lenny Kaufman, jacket design, Jane Tibbetts, case design, Stacey McAvoy, Cont, end paper artwork, Indigo Clark. So Indigo Clark did the end paper. Oh no, the end paper, yeah. Who did the edges though? I'll need to check that. If Edit and Andy, can we check who did the edges, please, and put their information here? Thank you. This is going to be an emotional unboxing, guys. Sorry, not sorry. So we've got this beautiful green colour and this beautiful foiling. So we've got this quote. It says, "I want to close my eyes and feel the memory of the moment, only when it's us, became only us forever." Oh, sorry. This is going to be the whole unboxing. Just deal with it. This book series means so much to me, by the way. Like, you have no idea. So I've got a map, we've got some twigs and logs, a whistle, some walking boots, bear print, a football, like a soccer ball football, a lamp, like a gas lamp that you would take camping, a leaf, an acorn, a backpack, some like thing that you would see on a map, again more twigs and leaves, a tin mug, or I think it's tin, some cleats, like football, soccer cleats, a cup, like a prize cup, like that you would win when you get, like when you win like a tournament or something, more twigs, and a compass. Because Ryder's very much like an outdoor mountain man type thing, and Willa plays football, and then the end papers. I just want to check. It's signed. So this is what I was talking about, the revised explanation, and there's also a playlist. So there is a song at the start of every chapter, and so for example this one here is Hurricane by Bridget Medler. So at the start of every chapter there is a song, and Chloe Lease has curated that on Spotify. So if you go onto Spotify and she tells you how to find it, it's like BB playlist. Oh yeah, only when it's us, BB number 1 or BB #1. You can find the playlist and you can listen to the song before the start of the chapter, and it gives you an idea of what the chapter is going to be. Love that, absolutely love that. Give me a second, I just need to deal with my dog. Okay, he wanted down, but now I've moved everything out of his way. He doesn't want down. Right, so end papers. So here's the front end papers. I don't know if they're the same or not. I've not looked yet. I know what a scene this is. You don't know what a scene this is. You might know what a scene is. Oh, it's the same. Yes. Yeah. Very exciting. Okay. Number 2. These will go a little bit quicker now that I've explained like some of the bits. This is Always Only You, and this follows Ren, who's the Bergman brother in this one, and Frankie, who is the social media manager for his hockey team. Now he's the weirdo in the family because he chose hockey over soccer, and I will continue to say soccer because it is American, but please know I mean like UK wise, I mean football, soccer. But if I say football and it's American, you might think American football is soccer, football. Anyway, so yeah, Frankie, as you can see here on the cover, has a walking stick. She also has an aesthetic. and Frankie has rheumatoid arthritis. I love that it's blue. I don't know why, but the blue just suits them so well. Again, we've got the edges here. They're just so beautiful. They're just so beautiful. And then there's the E for the Bergman. I never noticed on the other one that it's got the, so on the back it's got like balls and like camping stuff and tents and stuff. And this one's got basically just hockey stuff on the back. Nice. I don't know if you want me to read the backs out. So it says, hate, enmity, rivalry are all passionate responses. My personal theory is that they are incomplete expressions of one core human emotion, love. And then this one says, I want to confess that I'm wild about her. I want to ask if she's even a little bit wild about me too. So that's Ren and Frankie. I love Ren. He's such a cinnamon roll, honestly. Oh my god, this blue. This blue is unreal. Look at how blue that is. Oh, the blue. Oh, the dog. I can't remember her name. Patsa. Patsa is the dog. So yeah, Frankie has a dog. So, yeah, so it says, I love you, I always have, it was always only you. Is the quote on that. And here, as I said, Frankie is the social media manager, so we've got the social media stuff, the sort of like, you have mail, the likes, and the notifications. We've got some snowflakes for the ice hockey, again, more notification stuff, paw prints for Patsa. Patsa down here, we've got some ice skates, the whistle for the ice hockey, we've got Frankie's cane, photograph again for like the social media stuff, we've got some hockey gloves and some hockey sticks, and again a trophy, that's the word, trophy cup. Oh my god. For them, I'm absolutely in love with this blue. It's my sort of blue. And then on the this is the scene they've chosen for the paper. If you've read it, you know why I'm laughing. If you've not read it, you don't know why I'm laughing. And I just seem like an absolute crazy person. But this, yeah, this is a great scene. And it will be the same on the back. Is this signed? So this is a digital signature. The first one is hand signed, and then the rest are digital signatures. Third one. Ta-da. Also, I'm putting them here like this so that I can see the full picture. I'm not sure if this is the way they're meant to go or if it's meant to go the other way. We'll see as it starts like forming a picture. So this is Ever After Always. I always trip over the thing. And this follows Freya and Aiden. Freya is the Bergman sister in this case. Oh, it doesn't have the thing where it says Bergman sister. Oh, okay. So this follows Freya and Aiden, and Freya and Aiden are already married. They've been married for 10 years, but their marriage is on the rocks. Aiden has been working just permanently, like constantly, and Freya feels like that's it. Their marriage is kind of like over. They never see each other. They never make time for each other. They haven't had sex in, well, they've lost count in how long it's been. And the spark's gone. The everything is just, they've lost sight of who they are as a couple. And so this is a second chance romance in that sense. Aiden is also present in the previous books because he is the professor he is a professor at the university where Willa and Ryder meet. I was going to say Ren, I was like, totally wrong book. As you see, we've got this beautiful purple cover, and Freya is plus size as well, so I like that they've not slimmed her down. I think she's got this beautiful curvy body. She's also a physio as well, like, look at her eyes. I can't. There's this thing about the Bergmans where their mum, she's Swedish, so she's got this really pale hair and these like shockingly blue eyes, and like that's what Freya's got, like these icy blue eyes. And what have we got in the background here? So we've got these palm trees and drinks, because they do, the whole family goes on holiday in this, and they kind of have to like pretend that everything's okay. I love these two. They just deserve so much better. So it says on the back, at some point every love isn't a tragedy. No, at some point every love is a tragedy. It just doesn't have to stay that way. We choose our endings. Oh, that's lovely. So we've got these edges here. Honestly, I do love the edges. And then is this sort of purple, almost royal blue. Is that what colour that is? And so it says, I choose you, my ever after, believing our love will sustain us ever after always. It's so pretty. And so we've got the ice cream, some stars, the cats, because they have cats, the plants and palm trees and stuff like that, because they go away on holiday to like a tropical climate, the sun, this parrot the parrot's hilarious. It spends its time in the holiday home just objectifying objectifying Aiden, and nobody believes him because it never says anything to anybody else, but it keeps like wolf whistling at him, and he's like, did anybody else hear that? And they're like, hear what? And he's like, never mind. It's so funny. But yeah, so pretty. I love the foiling as well, it's so pretty. And the edge, the end papers. Look at his face. He's so mad. Like, again, the same on the back. These are, they've done such a good job with these. Like, the scenes they've chosen to do the end papers with, I'm quite impressed so far. I really can't wait to, I've already watched to reread these. I've only just finished the last one, and I already want to reread these. Like, I can't wait to get the paperbacks and tab the crap out of these. I can't tell if I'm doing this backwards. I think I'm doing it backwards. Wait a minute. I think that's right. Okay, next is this one. Okay. So this is With You Forever, and this, we do get into slight spoiler territory if you don't want to know the couples. So just so you know, just maybe skip ahead like a little bit if you don't want to know who the couple is. So I'm going to tell you, I'll put my hand up, and when I'm finished talking about who the couple is, I will put my hand down. Okay, so I'll tell, spoiler starting now. So this follows Axel, who's the eldest Bergman brother, and Rooney, who is the best friend of Willa from the first book. And I just love them. Look at them, they're so cute. Okay, so I'm not going to mention names at this point. So look how cute they are. Look at her little tummy. Okay, so this main character here has inflammatory bowel disease, which she's been hiding from. I can't remember if it's Crohn's or colitis. I think it might be colitis. I keep switching it up every time I speak about it because I cannot remember for the life of me. And she has been hiding that from her friends and her family. Nobody knows about it. And it all kind of comes to a head in this book, where she can't really hide it from anybody anymore. And yeah, so it's kind of dealing with the fallout of that and the fallout of something else that happens with the A-frame in the family. But it's just, we're starting to get the edge of the A-frame. Oh, the A-frame's so important. Like, the A-frame plays a really big part in like every single book. So it's so beautiful that they've just decided to use the A-frame for this, like the picture, for the edges. Oh, look, his glasses as well. Like his little glasses. Yeah. And then what have we got on the back? We have some art supplies. Of course we have some art supplies because he's an artist. I've already showed you that. It says, I want to kiss her when she wants, and touch her, and know her just for a little while, and then let her go, because someone so sunshine bright and outgoing will never want forever with a quiet, private grump like me. But maybe she could want me for a little while. That made me sad. That made me sad. Don't worry, you are lovable. This is the whole point of her books. Chloe Leese wants people to know that they're lovable regardless of their like disability and stuff. So we've got this beautiful, beautiful plum purple. And it says, because I want you here with me, yesterday, a week ago, forever. And we've got some art supplies, again, with the leaves and sticks and acorns and things like that, because they're in Washington. We've got some rain and not the A-frame, but the cabin that one of the main characters owns. We've got the cat and the dog that get kind of adopted or adopt them. Some art supplies there as well, and the little paw prints. This is so cute. I really like this. I really love the foil. It's so beautiful. And then, oh no, not the dog. This is so beautiful. I love this scene. So I've got this here, and I've got the cat and the dog. This dog, by the way, I love this dog. And there he is working on his art with his headphones on. She's reading a book with a drink. That is just, is such a beautiful... I genuinely do love the scenes that they've chosen for this. Like, they're really like moments from the stories where the couples have kind of moments. There's like, you know, those, like, it's almost like you could hear the zing moments. I'm going to Hotel Transylvania here. Like, where they feel that, like, that rightness, that zing, that moment. Here we go. So, we have the start of the A-frame. Okay, next is... Oh, yes, this is Gavin and Oliver. This is our first same-sex couple. Our only same-sex couple, but not our only queer couple. I believe there are other characters in this that are queer, or part of the LGBTQ community, but this is our only same-sex couple. So Oliver is the Bergman brother, and Gavin is a older guy that's on the same football team as him. So Ollie plays for Galaxy something, and Gavin is one of the other players. He's like the captain of the team, and they get made co-captains and have to work together. But there's like an attraction there. Oliver himself, I don't think he's gay. I think he's bisexual, and Gavin is gay. But do you know what's funny, actually? I never noticed while I was reading it. Gavin never holds that against him. Not once is there any sort of like biphobia in there. There is a moment, I don't know if it's within the content warnings of the book, but there is a moment of homophobia within the book. Oh yeah, one scene, a queerphobic slur is directed at one of the main characters, but it's not named on page, and it's vehemently condemned by me and the narrative. Yeah, it is like very swiftly dealt with. So just to pop that out there. This is also a bit of an age gap romance. I recently discovered that some people only refer to romances as age gap when the age gap is inappropriate. I've just been referring to an age gap romance when I feel like the age gap is like significant enough that I think it's like worth being called an age gap. So there's a 13-year age gap between these two. Ollie is like in his mid-20s, and is it even 13 years? I think it's meant to be like 13 years. Like, Ollie's in like his mid-20s and Gavin's in like his late 30s. And just, I don't know. Some people don't like it. I don't care. They're both adults. You do what they like. So yeah, here we've got Ollie and we've got Gavin. And Gavin is kind of at the tail end of his career, and he's kind of in the position where he's being told by like his trainers and his physios and everything like that he needs to look at retiring before his body tells him that like his body does it for him. And he's in a lot of pain. He's got a lot of chronic pain. He's got a lot of like previous injuries that are causing a lot of chronic pain. So there's a lot of chronic pain rep in this from that. And I just love, look at all his cheeky little face. Honestly, he in the previous books is known as one of the man cubs. So Oliver and I can't remember his brother's name now, Vigo, are the problem children in the Bergman family. They are pretty much like twins. Like, they're always together, they're always in each other's back pockets, you don't see one without the other, and they're constantly causing trouble with the others. And so they still cause trouble in this book. Like, they cause severe trouble in the other books, but they are still causing trouble in this book. But yeah, this is Ollie and Gavin's books, and here we've got more of the A-frame. The A-frame really is important in this book, in this series. So on the back it says, because I hate what being near you does to me, but I hate whatever's hurting you more. I have to know what that is, so I can bend it in the iron grip of my will and protect you from it. So again, we've got some of the foil, like got the foil in here. It says, I promise it all, my body, my soul, my life for you, everything for you, to care for you and love you if you'll let me. And we've got some coffee and some cheese and some cards. The bed, the one bed, because there's only one bed. Again, another trophy, some more food stuff, the football cleats, and the this here they are actually neighbours. They live right next door to each other on Manhattan Beach, so that's what this here represents. Yeah, it's really cool seeing the bits, like the little poker chips and stuff, like, and knowing what they represent to the book. They really have, I keep saying it, but they've done such a fantastic job with it, with the foiling and stuff like that. Sorry. Okay. Look at that grumpy face. Gavin's such a grump, honestly. So yeah, this is the scene I've chosen for the end pages. I love this so much, honestly. Like, he's so mad. He's so mad. I love this. Absolutely excellent. I think I'll reread. I love this one more. But yeah, there's so much football like talk in here. Like, I don't care what a nutmeg is. I don't know what a nutmeg is. I don't care what it is either. It's so beautiful, honestly. Whoever did the art, they've done such a good job. Okay, next. So here we go. So we have If Only You. And this is Ziggy, who is the youngest of the Bergmans, and she's also the other sister. I forgot to say as well, quite a few of these characters in here are autistic. I completely forgot to mention that. I just went off on a train of showing you the books and not explaining the disability reps in here. So only when it's us, we've got a deaf main character. There's also there's also a character who has cancer, and there's loss of a family member in there. Always Only You, we have a character who has rheumatoid arthritis and is also autistic. Ever After Always is mental health rep, so we've got a character who's got severe anxiety. I would even potentially wager on like PTSD. There's also to do with growing up in severe poverty there. With You Forever, we have a character with inflammatory bowel disease and a character with autism. Everything for You, like I say, we've got a character with chronic pain, and characters who have to deal with homophobia. Gavin more so. So Gavin has been openly gay in football for so long that he's had to deal with a lot of the homophobia, and when Oliver joins football as a professional, it's a lot better. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. But Gavin has like sort of grown up in this field and had to deal with it a lot more. So there's that rep. In this If Only You, we have a autistic character in Ziggy. She is the youngest Bergman family member. Sibling is the word I was looking for. And Seb, who is a teammate of Ren's. I don't think we meet him previously, but he also has a history of having been abused, not physically or sexually or anything like that. It's just a lot of like verbal, emotional, manipulative abuse, mental abuse from his stepdad, and kind of alternatively from his mum, who didn't do anything to try and stop it and just thought it was his fault because he was being difficult and things like that. So there's that kind of rep in there as well, and also content warning if you are going to read these books. And so this follows these two. Honestly, how cute is Ziggy? I love Ziggy so much. She's such an interesting character because she's sick of being infantilized for being autistic. Like, she is the baby of the family. But she is a woman, like she's a grown-ass woman. She is in her 20s, she's living on her own, she is a professional football player, like, and yet she is treated like a child, and she is sick of it. She is sick of being infantilized by everybody. She is sick of being good girl Ziggy, who behaves herself and is demure and is quiet and is, you know, just infantilized because she is autistic and because she is disabled. And that is a problem that we get a lot with disabled people in real life, is that disabled people are infantilized a lot. They are seen as being childlike or less than because they are disabled. And so Ziggy kind of wants to smash that. She wants to fight against that. She wants to push against that. And Seb is the perfect person to help her with that, because as you can see, he has, you know, he's absolutely covered in tattoos. He is a bad boy. He is seen as nothing but trouble. And his whole life he's been seen as nothing but trouble, simply because he didn't fit into exactly the mould that everybody wants him to fit into. Despite the fact that entirely he is a complete cinnamon roll. Like, he is caring and lovely, and like, yeah, I love these two. I love this book. And I love Ziggy. She's just so, like, I feel like Ziggy is such a self-insert for Chloe. Like, Chloe, at least the way she talks about her autism and different ways online and stuff like that. Because Ziggy is the straightforward, blunt. So is Frankie. Like, Frankie's very much like, Frankie as an autistic person comes across extremely rude unless you understand that she's autistic and is just being straightforward and cutting through the bullshit. Like, Frankie doesn't flower things up. She just is straightforward, but also has quite a blunt tone. Ziggy, on the other hand, comes across as quite naive when she says things and takes things quite literally, but will also ask questions. Like, if she doesn't understand something, she'll ask a question. But that makes people think that she's like, they're like, oh, sweet Ziggy doesn't understand. And she's like, no, I just don't understand, and I need you to explain it to me, because otherwise, how am I meant to understand? And she gets really, really frustrated and really bottled up. But everybody's just like, oh, sweet poor Ziggy. And she's like, yeah. Anyway, I've gone on about this book longer than I should have. But yeah, so we've got these two. And so on the back, or on the cover, we've got football stadium, and some food, because they go out for food quite a lot, and the hockey sticks, because Seb is a hockey player. I love the little, like, rainbow shoes as well. They are both, by the way, he is pansexual and she's bisexual. Because she's like, I'm an independent bisexual woman, and he's like, fantastic, and I'm an independent pansexual man, and she's like, excellent. Like, it's just they just are. They just are, and they just get on with life. I love it. I love the pansexual rep as well. And the fact that she uses the characters who are both bisexual and pansexual, because, like, although we're similar, there's differences. Like, I'm pansexual, I'm not bisexual. There are differences. Like, we're not quite agreed on what the differences are, but there are differences. Anyway, on the back, it says, he's my pretend friend. Mercilessly egotistical, self-absorbed, and he only sees me as his best friend's little sister, who's only worth his time because I've proved myself useful for this season in his life. That's all this is. I just need my body to get the memo. But is it though? Because these are all dual perspective as well. These are all dual perspective. So it's this beautiful orange to match Ziggy's hair. And this says, because if only you loved me for the rest of my existence, that would be more than enough, beyond my wildest dreams and hopes. And we've got some cake. It's like Clarica? I can't remember how to pronounce it. I've only seen it written down, so I wouldn't know how to pronounce it. Which is what I think. This is what one of the other characters calls. I think this is what she calls Gavin. One of the other characters in Gavin's book. I don't know what the flag's for. I can't remember what the flag's for. Some more food, the hockey stuff, the football cleats, football whistle, more food, hockey sticks, some more food, skates. Some more food, snowflake for the ice hockey. Again, this orange is so beautiful. And we've got I love that they've chosen like the autumn colours for this as well. It's just beautiful time of year. And what scene have we chosen? Oh, and we have a character in this who has celiac disease. And for like a part of the book has no idea. Which is painful. Very, very painful. Just be the same on the back. And yeah, I've not been showing you, but again, these are all signed. Oh, it does have it. Look, see, it's got out a Bergman sister book. And this is digitally signed again. But yeah, these do all have like content notes as well. So it's like content warnings and stuff like that that tells you. So for example, this says it also includes the topic of self-medicating with alcohol and substances, as well as past experience of a verbally abusive step-parent and abandonment by a parent. So if she does put them in the front of the books if you do need to check that out. This unboxing is all over the place. I'm sorry, I'm not well. I really needed to unbox these because I really wanted to see them. And last but not least, Only and Forever. And this is Vigo and Tallulah. Lula. There's so many nicknames. Now this is what I was talking about. Oh no, don't do that. This is the difference that I was talking about. So, Fangirl Down, Only and Forever, both have characters who have type 1 diabetes. Fine, all well and good, totally fine, innocent thing. Tiny little detail that would have taken, what, a couple of minutes to add, that will mean so much to somebody who has to wear that, who has to have one of these, I can't remember what they're called, the monitors, the glucose monitors. She also has an insulin pump on her waist, I believe. So this just monitors her glucose, so she can scan her phone over it and it tells her. But she has a pump as well that will automatically like pump insulin into her system. So she can like tell it how much, I can't remember what they're called. She can tell it how much insulin to put in. She can like calculate how much carbs she's having, how much sugar, and tell it how much to pump into her system, which is on her waist, which they do take into consideration in here whenever she's like they bump into each other in a doorway and he knocks it and she's like, and he like panics and she's like, it's fine, it's like on, and he's like, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And she's like, of course you didn't know, don't worry about it. Like, but then going forward, if he does have to touch her like in some way around her waist, he's like, how's the best way to do this? And she's like, okay, this is the best way to do it. And it doesn't interrupt like any sort of intimate scenes or anything like that. It's just part of how they interact. And again, it's things like that are taken into consideration by Chloe Leese, and like, it's just these added little details that mean so much, you know, these added little details. So this is Vigo, who is a romance reader and a hopeless romantic and is looking for his true love, and he thinks that it's meant to be like it is in the books. And it's really, really not. And this is Tallulah, who doesn't believe in love. I think we all know where this is going. Again, Tallulah is a plus size girly and she's got a belly and she is still confident and loves herself, and yeah, she has moments of doubt, and yes, she has moments of being like a bit uncomfortable with herself, but she still loves herself, and Vigo's still like very appreciative of her body. Think of them. They're so cute. He's always wearing like some kind of romance. This one says unapologetic romance reader. I love Vigo. Look at him. He's so cute. On the back it says quiet nights, toes tucked under my thigh while she skills at her laptop, revising and revising, smiles over coffee cups and swift kisses to my cheek when she leaves early in the morning for therapy. Tallulah is also a thriller writer, and this is the last end paper. What's it called? Spray edge. This one's going to be bright yellow, isn't it? It's going to be bright yellow. It is bright yellow. This just, like, this is so Vigo, the bright yellow. It says, my heart has been and always will be only and forever yours. And we've got the motorbike, because she actually rides, I think it's a moped she rides, not a motorbike. The laptop, because she's a writer, and the notebook, and the thriller book, the plants. Oh my god, Vigo loves plants. There's just plants everywhere. Like, just everywhere. There's plants. And he names all of them after his favourite authors. There's one called Tessa. The books the pen, the helmet for the thing, this man adopts an entire litter of kittens because they have nowhere to go. And 2 dogs because they've been in the shelter for so long. This man, honestly. Yeah, so plants, books, that is pretty much what it's all about. It's just like books. This is a book. And I love it. What have we done for the end pages? Oh my god! I like my books like I like my tacos. Spicy. So then we've got the bookshop with all the plants, and we've got, that's what he sure says, I like my books like I like my tacos. Spicy. Because he's always wearing a shirt like that. And there's Lula. And there's one of the dogs. And look. See how easy it is. Okay, it'll be the same one on the back. This is so cute. I love this so much. These are so cute. I love these. I think the artwork is fantastic, and whoever did whoever's done it has done a great job. Right, let's see this. That's just stunning. Right, I'm going to try and hold them up for you. Just bear with. Okay, so it's not perfect because I'm having to hold them, but there's the A-frame. That's the art. How beautiful is that? Oh, only problem is, now it's backwards. Okay. And there's the Bergman pennant. It kind of seems a shame that the rainbow doesn't go properly, so it should be like the red and then, but such is life. Anyway, this video has been long enough, and I'm not well, so I'm gonna go, and hope you enjoyed this. If you've read them, please let me know. If you plan to read them, please let me know. I will be probably doing at some point a dedicated video where once I get the paperbacks, because I'm not ruining these books, I will be annotating and tabbing the books, because honestly, I literally cannot say how well a job she's done on these books. Like, the rep and stuff, and there'll be things that I've missed the first read. So once I get paperback copies of these, because I read them all in ebook in preparation for getting these editions, because they were so beautiful I had to get them. But once I get physical copies, I will be reading them and annotating them. Oh, I forgot to show you actually. This is what the tops and bottoms look like. So it's just blue sprayed edges. Right, but I'm going to go. Thanks very much for watching. If you watch this far and you want to leave me an emoji to let me know what you were watching, leave me some kind of outdoorsy thing, so like a leaf, a tree, something like that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.